I am going to connect OpenClaw to a large language model because a large language model is essentially what will perform the analysis or give me a summary on top of it and then render it. Rendering it is nothing. Just create a file and then show me how the analysis looks like. Maybe plot a chart. Right? So those are the things that I will be doing. I will do the same thing using WhatsApp. I will connect OpenClaw to my personal account and I will show you how to do the exact same thing just using my WhatsApp account. Now I can't show you my phone, therefore I will do it on the web WhatsApp, but it essentially works the same. You send a message from your phone on WhatsApp or you send it through your web interface. Just so that all of us can see it, I will do it on WhatsApp, right? That's the idea. These are the two things that I'm doing first. I'll run a bunch of commands. As I said, I will not wait for any of you to follow right now. I will show exact steps in slightly later, as I said, 15-20 minutes from now. So please wait for that. Okay. Just give me a sec. I'm not going to type out everything for the want of time, of course. So first, I am going to uninstall OpenClaw from my system so that I can do a fresh start. This should take a total of 2 to 3 minutes, not too long. And I will walk through. So now I have removed OpenClaw that was already in my system. I will just confirm if it is gone. If there is no output, then it will not give me any response. So I'm good. There is no response. So now I will install OpenClaw again. Should take another few seconds. Request. Okay, yeah, I have installed OpenClaw. All right, so I already have created certain things, so I won't be creating them again, but just to show what we are looking at, there is a OpenClaw Olama analyst. I will explain the entire setup once so that it is clear. But before that, there is some data over here, okay, that I have already put in. There is some market data CSV that is available. So this is something that I will run some analysis on. Okay. I will show you the prompt when I run it. Just give me a moment. All right. So quick setup of what we are doing. I am installing OpenClaw. That's step number 1. Remember, I told you this is not a LLM. So I need to connect this to an LLM. You can connect it to anything, either a local setup, or you can call Gemini or ChatGPT, OpenAI models, whatever you want. Okay. So we need to connect one to the other, right? That's what we need to do. So I've installed OpenClaw. That is something I just showed you. I need to connect it to a LLM. I'm doing it using something called Olama. Some of you may have heard of it. Mostly chances are you have not heard of it. I told you that I need this LLM in my environment, right? So Olama is one option where you can either download a large language model in your system, if your system is powerful enough, at least 16 GB of RAM, ideally 24,
Uh,
30, more the better,
how
right? Second is you can use this through a cloud, which means you don't necessarily need to connect, uh, sorry, you don't necessarily need to download a model, okay, to your particular
So,
model.
will we get a recording of this?
You will. Okay. So essentially, I am connecting OpenClaw with an LLM. There are many ways of doing it. A simpler way of doing it is just downloading Olama and using its cloud models. So I will be connecting Olama to OpenClaw, right? So what I am using is Olama, right? Which gives me access to the LLM. And I use that to connect that to OpenClaw. Clear? These two things. Framework associating LLM to the framework in simple words. All right. All right. So we have installed it. Let me move to the next step. I already told you I have some data, right? So I will not set it up again. Olama is set up like I just spoke about. And okay, now let's see which models I have set up access for. So because I've already installed it, I will share how to set up Olama. It is pretty straightforward. This is a Chinese lab, ZAI. They have a model called GLM. So I'll just show that to you as well. Just like ChatGPT and Gemini, this is a Chinese lab. Okay, it's called Z.ai. They have a model called GLM. I am using that model through Olama. Okay, that's all that I'm doing for now. So I have access to this model. Next, I will connect to this. Again, please don't worry about the exact commands right now. I will spend time for you to just set it up if you want to. But for the benefit of most of the folks, I will run it and then you guys can um, see how to make this work and then I'll take questions. Sorry. Let me open up another terminal. And I will run this. You don't necessarily need to run it through a terminal, especially the folks who are not technical. So we will open up a dashboard, right? So we have a dashboard that opens up locally in your browser, just like you are talking to a Gemini or a ChatGPT, right? But now it is your data.
Hello, Ritvik sir, you are on mute.
Sorry, not sure how that happened. Let me repeat what I did. Uh, we can continue to work in the terminal and access OpenClaw and do some actions. But OpenClaw already provides us with a dashboard that you can control. This is a much simpler way to use it for everybody, not just for people who are technical or developers, but also for specifically for people who are not technical, right? So it's a good idea that maybe you use this as well. All right, so I can ask it to do something and let me just copy some commands and show you how it will function. All right, so I'm going to do some things, right? You run the data analyst script that is available and you access Olama, you access the LLM model, and then you analyze revenue trend over time. Okay. Let's just change this a little bit. Yeah. Read the analysis. Add some exec level prescriptive analysis in less than 2 paragraphs. Okay. And then create an HTML report and render it. So this is what I'm asking it to do. This takes a few minutes. It will look at the data. It will through Olama connect to the GLM model, perform what needs to be done, and it will render the output. The entire thing takes about a minute. Okay. We'll just wait for a minute and then I'll come back. Some questions while this runs. This should take a minute. Vraj, it does not take too much storage. Isa, can OpenClaw be deployed on organizational scale? You can certainly. I would suggest have security measures and sandboxing in place, but you can certainly do it. The power of OpenClaw is not just to deploy it and get something. There are other frameworks for that as well. This is associating it to your personal account. So every day morning before you start your work, you get a message from OpenClaw saying that, hey, yesterday a particular problem occurred, right? So what should you focus on? And so on. So those are the things that it is more powerful. Is there cost associated with usage of LLM? Which LLM will we use? Narinder, there is no constraint on the LLM itself. You can use whichever LLM you want. You can directly connect to OpenAI's models, or you can use free models through Olama. Okay. All right. So I told you it will take a few seconds. So you see what happened. Let's go back. Let us read what I asked it to first. You run the local data analyst script. Okay. I have already created a code. I am asking the OpenClaw to run that script or that code on some data. Okay. And if you see, it will connect to the LLM, but it will also do some analysis on the input data, on the output that it generates. And I have asked it some specific things. Create exec style prescriptive analysis in less than 2 paragraphs, create some charts, etc., and render it. So if you see the output now, it took some data, it used the model Olama. This is a free version, so that is why I am showing it. And it's always good to go with powerful free models unless you really need to spend money because of enterprise reasons, or if you feel not very happy with the quality. We have some charts, what data was analyzed. It is all dummy, so I have just 6 rows and stuff like that. But see, I asked it for prescriptive analysis. It generated prescriptive analysis while I was talking to you guys, right? It performed certain action, it created a performance summary, and it gave us a specific output. The revenue growth is 42%, blah, blah, blah. I asked it to generate some charts. It has done that. I asked it to for some executive action items. It has done that, right? This is all done while I am speaking to you. I did have a few things ready, so it's not as if it was as simple as that. I had the data on which the analysis to be run ready, but the analysis itself and creation and rendering of this analysis report was done by OpenClaw in front of you.